Hi everybody. This is the next installment of our Truck Life video segment. Michael has brought his ZR2 or ZR2 out here to Ironwood today, and he's going to tell you all about his truck, and then we're going to go hit the left hook. So you want to definitely stay tuned for that. But while I got your attention, I just want to point out this, of course, is my 2019 Ram 2500. And when we do Truck Life segments, it's not always about off-road. It's about truck life. If you have a truck, you already know what I'm talking about. If you're thinking about getting a truck, well, let me inform you. Because when you own one, there's so much that goes on. Your hobbies, things that you tow, all your buddies who want you to move them. There's all these things that happen within the truck life, and there's nobody like a truck owner who wants to upgrade, customize, and accessorize his truck, and we'd like to see what you've done to yours. So if you've got a truck, if you're somewhere in Southern Ontario, reach out to us at heytruckking.ca and tell us what you got. We'd love to have you on the channel. Michael, thank you very much for coming out to Ironwood today. So this is the next in our series of Truck Life, and you've brought us your truck here today. Tell us about it.
Pleasure, thanks for having me. So I have here my basically brand new 2019 Chevy Colorado ZR2. I guess you'd like to know how I came to get this vehicle. Essentially, I've been daydreaming about getting a truck for probably about two and a half years. I'm the guy who's, on YouTube watching all kinds of truck videos, looking at and building trucks on, the different manufacturers' websites. And initially I'd fallen in love with the Ford F-150. But then after, some thoughts, because my vehicle that I was driving at the time, it was a Hyundai Tucson, a 2009. So that's a pretty small SUV. And at first I was like, I think the F-150 might be a little too much of a truck for me, just a little too big. Just because I was used to, smaller SUVs and smaller cars like Hondas and Nissans. And then I came across the Chevy Colorado. And originally I had built, probably too many times to count, the Chevy Colorado Z71. And that was in the Midnight edition, and that was it. I was dead set on that. But then with YouTube being YouTube and many review channels being review channels such as yourselves, I saw this other vehicle, the ZR2, and I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So I was regularly daydreaming, every day window shopping online and seeing what I could do, to the point where my wife was just sick of me sitting in front of the computer every evening. And one day while on Auto Trader, I happened to come across this situation where it was like, hold on, 2019 ZR2 with less than 5,000 kilometers, hold on, and it's 43,000. No, there must be something wrong with this. So I called my wife and I was like, I know this is stupid, but what do you think about this? She's like, man, just shut up and get the vehicle already. After that, the very next day, I called the dealership. For the life of me, unfortunately, I can't remember where the dealership was. They're located out in Hamilton. But I called them the next day and said, is this vehicle actually still on your lot? And like, yeah, we've had it maybe about a week here. We had one other person look at it, but yeah, if you're interested, set up and we could have you test drive. So made the arrangements, went down on a Saturday morning, brought my wife with me, and she was never even a truck person herself. But as soon as she saw it, she fell in love with it immediately. She loved the color, and I mean, myself, I never imagined myself being someone who drive a bright orange truck, but this particular color that GM has put out there, Crush, it's just absolutely stunning and stole my heart.
Yeah, well, the fact that she liked it also means that's why you have this truck.
That pretty much gave me at least some go-ahead to say, yeah, this might be written in the stars.
So the ZR2, and of course this is very much an off-road truck, and so you're saying that YouTube kind of influenced you. You really kind of started watching the off-road stuff, and you're like, yeah, that's kind of what I want to do with my truck. Because I mean, otherwise you could have gone for a standard Colorado. Certainly. If you were just basically wanting to haul stuff.
Most definitely. The way I came to going more off-road I guess with my vehicular history, I'd always driven, like Honda Civics or Nissan Sentras, smaller vehicles. And I had an experience where one morning it was crazy snow, and the snow plow leaves a massive ridge of snow at the end of your driveway. And I literally was stuck at the end of my driveway. And I was just like, that's it. No more small cars for me. That's how I ended up with an SUV, which was, I'd mentioned, a 2009 Hyundai Tucson. So from there, I was like, because the Tucson was a little more capable, that's, I guess, where I got bitten with, I'd like to do some off-roading, whatever. And as I'd mentioned, my initial thought was the Z71, because it's more or less the off-road package of the standard Colorado. So that's where I initially had wanted to go in that direction. But once I found out that there's an off-road version, clearly, what other option could I go with other than that? So that's where we ended.
You've had the truck now for 10 months, 11 months, give or take.
Approximately, yeah.
So just your sort of bullet point thoughts on what it's been like to live with over the last year. So you've been through summer, winter, fall. Has it lived up to all your expectations?
You know what? I have to say this truck has beyond met what I imagined it would be as a truck owner. Always being, smaller vehicle. I've had experience driving trucks, but not owning a truck. And a lot of the trucks that I've driven, they've been very large vehicles, from like an F-250 or, like a large crew cab F-150. So to have an actual truck, I was expecting it to be a little more bulky, but because this is a mid-size, it was a little more comfortable. The interior is a little more smaller and comfortable, similar to my previous Hyundai SUV. And then as far as its drive and its handling, I'm not sure how GM did it, but it drives very car-like. It's not, it doesn't sway all over the road. You have to hit the brakes suddenly. It's not nose diving. You get on the accelerator, the nose isn't all the way in the air. It's incredibly intuitive to, what a driver puts into it.
So safe to say that you were excited when we had some snowstorms this last winter.
Very much, yes.
So instead of just staying in and watching Dancing with the Stars, as soon as it started coming down, you're like, I'm going out driving.
My one thing is we didn't have enough snow this winter.
That's true.
I was like, all right, I got the truck. I'm going to go and do things. And it didn't really pan out as far as the snow department goes. But I could say there were days going to work and road conditions were just miserable. Fully confident in the vehicle. I generally, in the wintertime, I'd have it in 4 auto. So anytime, it starts to slip out, all 4 wheels kick in, and it was perfect. If it was really, really slippery, then I put it into 4 high. And again, no issues whatsoever.
Now the truck, as we see it right here, right now, it's stock.
Yes.
So you haven't made any changes to it?
I have not made any changes. I do have some minor changes I want, or not really changes.
Have you got plans?
Well, I mean, just more so first for protection. So I want to put on those shock skids, just because the Chevy Colorado, they're known for those low-hanging rear shocks.
Yeah.
And in my experience of going off-road, I haven't done any damage or anything in the nature, but there's times where I would feel, oh, the shocks really just bumped it while I was in that rut. Same with the diff skid as well, just to protect the diff. So, I'm not having to stand on the side of the road with my thumb out, figuring out how I'm going to get home.
Right. How have you found the tires? They've been doing a good job, particularly off-road for you?
Off-road, the tires have been perfect. I can't say that I've ever been stuck. As a matter of fact, I had an experience where myself and a friend of mine who had recently gotten a truck, he had gotten, I believe it was the Nissan Titan, and we were off-roading, and where we ended up was just a clearing where it was all sand. And his tires weren't as good enough for that, and he just sort of spun and sunk in. And myself, with a smaller truck, I was able to throw a tow strap on and pull him forward, and it was just incredible that I still had grip in this loose sand and pull the far larger vehicle.
That's
so
awesome.
I was impressed.
It's awesome when you can save your buddy and then get the rag on him for the rest of the day.
I'm trying to go easy on him, but it was still an impressive moment, yeah.
Where do you want to go from there?
Well, I'd say, what are your favorite things about the truck, and what are your biggest dislikes about the truck?
You know what? I do have to get on that bandwagon and say that the suspension, obviously that's pretty much what you're paying for the truck. The suspension is impeccable in terms of its on-road and off-road. Like I said, when you're on road, I've had situations where, you know, bad drivers will brake suddenly or cut you off. And I've swerved and the truck was planted all four wheels. It was pretty much as if I was in a small car. No issues whatsoever. The tires as well. I'm a little perplexed because a lot of times you'll see and you'll hear people talking about the Goodyear Duratracs, how they're noisy. Myself, I haven't really found it very noisy and much of an issue. I mean, at the odd time where maybe in the rain or if I'm driving in a tunnel and I might have the window open, you could hear a bit of a hum, but generally speaking, I can't say that it's been too much of an issue that, you know, I would write a complaint or an angry letter to anybody about.
Sure. So then, yeah, what about pet peeves? What are the things you don't like about the truck?
You know what? Overall, I love the truck. I do have to say I understand GM because GM is a large company, and a large company like GM, they have multiple brands, and to save money, they do have to cut some corners, and they also have to, you know, have a parts bin where everything is the same. Sure. Now, there's little things like, I don't know if you want to come around and see.
Sure, yeah, you can show me.
I don't quite understand this inside door panel because there's next to no room to put anything there. This is incredibly shallow, nothing fits in there. And then for your water bottles really don't fit and it's on an angle. So if you have water in there and the lid is loose, you're gonna have water all over the inside of your vehicle. Why? Makes no sense to me. I can't figure that out. Another little weird thing is in the center console. So obviously I've since purchased a tray to put things in, but it doesn't come with the tray. I mean, again, going back to a 2009 Hyundai Tucson, it had a double console where you press one button and here's inner tray, you press the other button, and you could get down inside. Why would they cheap out on something that I literally bought on Amazon for like $5? That's doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a fair point.
Again, just one of those weird pet peeves. I don't hate it, so I'm not going to be whining and moaning about it, but why is it 2/4 power seating? Why do you power forward, power up and down, but for the lumbar, it's manual? I don't understand why pinch that when, you know, I'm sure the actuator doesn't cost that much to make the seating power.
Yeah, especially when you're in the top trim truck, right? ZR2, this is
well,
the
that's
most expensive version, right?
That's my query where the ZR2 being, you know, the top of the line of the Chevy Colorado, you know, the only thing that makes the interior any different is stitching in the headrest.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not complaining. I know a lot of people rag on the simplicity of the head unit and the interior. That's not a problem for me because when you go off-roading and you get dirt and dust, it's easy to clean off.
Totally, yeah.
But why chintz on the power seating? And then the one thing that really just burns me because it makes no sense at all is the interior back window, manual. Now, myself, for the most part, it's me in this vehicle and my wife and my dog. So nobody's really sitting back there.
The dog can't open it.
I wish I could teach him how, but unfortunately he hasn't caught on no matter how hard I try. So that back opening window is more or less useless unless I happen to have an adult in there that could open the window. Why was that not power? Because from my understanding, the Toyota Corolla right now, the Toyota Tundra right now, or sorry, not Tundra, the Tacoma has power rear window. I believe the Gladiator has a power rear window, and I think the newer Fords have power rear window. So what was the reason for chintzing on that where, you know, they say it's the same rear window for, you know, the larger version of the vehicles. So why not throw an actuator and have that rear window open? Because now it's just for looks, but I can't use it when I'm driving. And 90% of the time it's me going to work. So clearly I can't reach that far.
Yeah, it stays closed. Yeah, fair enough. Those are all great points, man. Those are very much everyday livability points, right? That's the stuff you're only going to notice if you live with the truck every day.
You've been in it long enough that it kind of comes up to you, right?
Yeah.
And then there's one little bit of a heartbreak where I could say Chevy has changed. So this is the 2019 model. So they've implemented it on the 2020 and newer. But why was this rear lock not integrated with the power door locks? Why is that manual?
And that's so common now, tailgates that lock just with the fob.
100%.
The whole thing locks.
I mean, for me to have to go aftermarket and buy a locker when that should have been just standard factory wear. Like,
Right off.
come on, if you have a lock on it and you have power locks, why leave that one out? Obviously, you're going to want that locked. But other than that, I could say this truck has been impeccable.
Did it come with the tonneau cover on it?
You know what? I completely lucked out and it had the tonneau cover. So
And you like the hard tonneau? It's been good?
it has been. And again, just for prying eyes and general rain, it's been perfect. So, I mean, in my situation where I found the truck for as cheap as it was, and it came with what I've spec'd out to be about a $1,200 plus tonneau cover,
Nice.
I can't complain at all.
Yeah, that's a score. Okay, I think the only things I really want to touch on now are some of the maintenance and reliability things. You mentioned you had a couple little issues with it. If you just want to talk about, if you've issues you've had and what they were.
Okay. As far as maintenance and reliability, I can't say I've had any serious issues. Now, initially, within the first maybe 2 months, there was an oil sensor that, for whatever reason, just defaulted. So one morning on my way to work, I'd be driving and then the vehicle would suddenly give me an alert that it was going to shut off and I'd have to pull over to the road. But fortunately, still under warranty, took it over to GM. You know, they rummaged around, figured that's what the issue was, this oil sensor, and it's been bulletproof since then. The only other issue would be there was a leak at the rear end of where the tail light is. So I would take the vehicle to a car wash and suddenly it was raining inside the truck. Seemed a little odd. I didn't know that was a GM feature, but I kind of appreciated it. I guess my dog liked it. But nonetheless, took it to the GM dealership again, and it took them a little bit to figure out where exactly the leak was. And it turns out that for some reason that's another minor but common thing with the Colorado. And it was the third light. Somehow, I guess the seal or an internal seal is faulty, so they did what they did, and they cleaned the interior roof liner, and it was perfect again. So I can't say I've had any issues since that.
Beauty.
Now, it is a little, you know, piggish on the fuel for a mid-size,
Sure.
but at the same token, you know, going from my previous 10-year-old SUV, I can't say that I'm spending any more money in fuel than I was previously.
Which is not bad, especially considering you got a lift and those big aggressive tires, right?
There you go.
Yeah, so when
No
with
curb
that-
is safe.
Exactly. Well, Michael, I think we've covered it all. Do you got anything else you feel like you need to share about your truck?
Other than the fact that no, I like it very much. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we covered it all.
Oh, what did you pay for it? I don't think you mentioned.
Yeah. So as part of my other shock when I was on Auto Trader, like I said, I couldn't believe that. Here's this Chevy Colorado. It was 2019. Had only about 5,000 kilometers on that. I'm sure our American viewers could do the conversion.
Something
Only had about
miles.
5,000 kilometers, and the price was $43,000.
Okay.
Which, you know, it was a good few thousand knockoff from if it was a brand new.
Exactly, and essentially it was
unit.
brand new still, right?
Exactly. So, you know, obviously being skeptical, went to the dealership and did the full test drive and did my diligence. I'm not a mechanic, but I still climbed under and tried to see, did any new parts look like it was thrown on? Is there any overspray from an accident? And
Yeah.
no, in my minimal knowledge, it looked pretty mint. So I was impressed. And like I said, once the wife said she loved it, that was pretty much it.
Beauty.
It was a done deal.
Well, it looks mint right now, and we love the color, but how about we go out there and get it muddy?
Most definitely.
All right, man, let's do it. So yeah, we're right here at the left hook. This left turn right here is the start of the trail. So for now, I would just go ahead and put it in four-wheel drive.
Okay, not a
I don't
problem.
think you need to lock anything up yet. Maybe when we get to the deep section, but just go four-wheel for now, and yeah, let's see how she does.
Make her go.
Okay, we're on our way. So yeah, I mean, I've done this in a ZR2. You shouldn't have clearance issues. You're gonna feel the mud. You're gonna feel how soft it is. So you're taking a left right here. There's a nice little hole here. You should clear all these rocks, okay?
This is pretty similar to the off-roading I've done so far, so
Nice.
no worries yet. Not worried about my shock skids yet, fortunately.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay. You'll see on the hill over here, we got a couple loose rocks, which could catch a shock mount, but I think you'll be all right.
Is he
Good
giving
to
us
go?
the good to go, or is he just waving some mosquitoes?
One sec.
Yep. Good fly.
Okay, yeah, man, go for it. Like I said, keep your momentum up. You don't got to go crazy fast, but you also don't want to stop too much. You're gonna lock her up.
I think I'm gonna lock the rear diff.
Yeah. No, definitely do it.
And the rear is locked. Let's go.
Yeah, the dirt tracks are good, man. Like even just coming from a standstill right there. Oh yeah, getting a little squirrely.
Sideways there.
That's the hole the ZR2 got stuck in the winter. Nicely
We are down
done.
in the mud.
Oh yeah, you got it. Now this is the mess we made with the TRX. Beautiful. And now here you want to cheat driver side up this hill. Stay driver as much as you can. Oh yeah, baby. Okay.
He is fighting.
Nice. Yeah, and the traction control is working for you too there.
Oh, I think we're stuck on some of these rocks though.
Okay, yeah, you're not going to get it there. I think you might need to back up and take a run, dude.
It's feeling that way.
Yeah, you need a little bit more momentum there for sure. So the other thing I'm seeing is your traction control light. So I'm going to turn your traction off.
Of course.
Because that's going to be cutting your power.
That is killing me.
So if you can take her back, straight back as much as you can. You can see the tree okay there on your side?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, I think it's cutting your power too. So with the traction...
Let's put it into off-road mode.
Yeah, off-road mode too. Yeah, see, there you go. That's another thing I didn't even think of. But yes, off-road mode, that should help your traction too.
Okay, here we go.
All right, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, climb. Climb. No, I think more of a run, dude.
I think we're gonna have to back it up quite a bit, yeah.
So this is something we talk about a lot too. We ran this trail 2 weeks ago with the guy in the Tacoma.
Yeah,
and it was bone dry.
Yes.
And the truck walked up here like it was nothing. The second you get the mud, it changes the whole complexion. And what's happening, right? You're hitting those rocks and making that transition.
It's just get all slick.
But I think you'll get it, dude. Just a little bit more speed.
Here you can see where it's a little rutted out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuck in that hole.
You're doing the right things. Like I said, stay driver's side. And
just back up a little more.
Yeah, fair. Oh, that might be it right there, dude. Don't dig her in too much. Okay, let's see if you can get up there. Oh, come on. Don't, no. Come on, ZR2.
Oh, raining mud.
I know. I feel like I can you're right there. We just need to get it up and over this hump. Oh, come on, baby. I don't think so, dude.
I don't think we're gonna move much.
I don't think so, dude. You got anything in reverse now? Oh yeah, okay. Maybe try right there. Try forward. Yeah, try rocking it before we dig it in, because we're in this hole now. You're doing the right things. Come on. You can feel it up there, dude. I don't think it's gonna crawl out.
Yeah, I think we're bogged down here now.
Well, Mike, you've done well, man. You have succeeded in getting her stuck. And like I said, trust me, man, this is conditions. It's just horrible. Yeah, hold on a sec.
You can do it, just back and forth. You don't need that much speed, just back and forth, because you're wearing a rut a little bit every time.
Okay.
It'll pop out.
So he thinks you got it. Okay, we can keep working on it here. I mean, again, the dirt tracks were feeling good coming through, and we're just in this hole now.
So when you're buckled in,
Yeah, sorry.
It'll back up. There's just a little bit of a mound behind your left tire, so I wouldn't turn the wheel too much. I'd stay straight, just back and forth, back and forth. You're gonna pop out.
Yeah, it's
almost.
He's yeah, I think he's right. So now if you want to put her in 4-low and we can lock up the front end, it might be worth doing. This is the kind of situation.
Keep your wheel straight and back and forth, because you're digging your own trench.
okay.
Yeah, 10-4. We're also going to go 4-low and lock up the front end, because we haven't had the front locked. So we'll lock it all up and see if that doesn't help a bit.
Yep, that should help. But like I said, straight line, straight line.
Perfect. Okay, now we're fully locked 4-low, so you're going to feel that power too. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you see that. There you go. Just straight. Just try to keep them straight, man. Yeah, keep the wheels straight. Oh, come on, you bastard. Come on. Yes, go, 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 go. Yes. Try to keep it going. Watch the tree. Oh, jeeps. Oh, boy.
So close.
This is slick today, man. It is so slick. This tree is such a killer, too, because you get so worried about it, right? You want to keep your foot into it, but you're worried. I was just going to say, don't go any further than that. Come on, baby. Come on, 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 come on. Yes, you got it this time. Well, hello. That was
definitely was an adventure there.
So you're going over here to the right. That was by far the toughest section on the left hook, and that was maybe the toughest run I've done, man, just because of how much mud there was. And we've been up there. I came up here with Big Green yesterday, and I dug it out a little bit, and you saw those ruts.
Yeah,
but hell yeah,
seriously
ZR2.
Deep and seriously mucky.
Hell yeah, ZR2, man. You made it through. Nice job. It's about staying persistent. And that's the other thing in the mud. Sometimes you just got to work some of that softest stuff away from your tire and get down to where it's a little harder. Here's another thing you can do here. I don't know if you've ever done it, but decent hill, you can try your hill control.
The hill descent, yes.
Hill descent control, thank you. I couldn't remember the name.
One of those technical terms.
Is it on there? Yeah, now it's on. So you should be able to lift off the brake, and it should grab you. Yep, there it is. Starts flashing. I like these systems. You know, just takes a little bit of stress out of it.
It does. At the same time, though, just so intuitive to using my right foot.
Fair.
But
it feels funny the first time.
It does. It's like, hold on.
And it's when you're at the, like, right at the crest of the hill, it's like, what do you mean I have to trust the system, right? What do you mean lift off the brake? Totally agreed. Once you feel it and you know it's there, though, usually they work pretty
nice and slow.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm just happy you got out of there because we didn't have to get out and get eaten by mosquitoes.
Oh my gosh, was I ever happy about that one. Got mosquitoes the size of horses out there.
Yeah, man, they'll carry you away. And that is the left hook. That's the trail, man.
I see why it was a challenge in the winter, eh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just all the snow back here, and then yeah, when we came here with the ZR2, it ended up just breaking right through the ice. So it's two wheels down in the ice holes.
You're not going anywhere.
We were just toast, absolutely toast. So how you feeling about the truck now? Is that does that make you feel good about it?
You know what? I mean, I've always known that this truck has bigger kahunas than myself, so I've never doubted the truck. It's just a matter of, ooh, do I want to be in that position? But it performed well.
Yeah,
it did as expected.
Dude. Yeah, heck yeah.
As delivered.
Yeah, what blows my mind, and you know, I do this for a living, so I shouldn't be surprised anymore, but how good trucks are from the dealership now.
Yeah.
It's wild, right? Just even 20 years ago, like, you got to spend a lot of money to build something like this, whereas now you can walk in right out of the box. It's
all
just
under warranty.
Super capable. Exactly. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Well, Mike, we succeeded in getting the truck muddy, and I think it looks better now, man. So I guess my question is, after that, did you learn anything about your ZR2 today? Do you come away with a new appreciation for it?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, as far as learning about the truck, and I mean, it may sound cheesy, but with this truck, it's always a learning experience because it's a vehicle where it definitely, I mentioned, it has more cojones than I do, and I've even seen people put up videos where they just beat the hell out of this truck and it still just keeps going.
Yeah.
That was definitely more aggressive than anything that I've done.
Yeah.
Like trying to get up going down into a muddy rut and up a hill. And it was a bit of a challenge, but it came through.
Beauty.
I can't imagine many vehicles in that thick, heavy, greasy mud making it through like that. So
Yeah, man.
that was awesome.
And you did a good job too, because you know, it's about the vehicle, but it's about the driver too. It's about the line. It's about how you're doing it, and you made it through. And I said this earlier, I didn't want to have to get out and get eaten by mosquitoes, so I appreciate your driving skills.
I appreciate the cheerleading because I might have had to change my shorts through the middle of that, but it was an awesome time. Thanks for having me out.
Yeah, hey, thanks for coming out, man. We appreciate it. And for all you other truck owners out there, if you want to bring your truck out and be featured on Truck Life, reach out to us at hey@truckking.ca. And yeah, that's it for this video. Please leave us a comment.
Definitely.
Let us know what you think of Mike's truck here and his off-road skills. And as always, make sure you come back to Truck King to see what we're testing next. See you guys.